Morning, everybody. It's 6 o'clock here in Ontario. Just getting out of bed. Give you an idea where I was sleeping. I don't know if you can really see in there. She's pretty tight. Slept good though. It's actually really comfortable. But anytime you lift your head, you hit the ceiling. It worked anyway. I'm busy frying up some eggs here now. We are on the side of the road here in Dryden, Ontario. And anyway, just gonna cook up some breakfast now. Alright, breakfast is just about done. I'm boiling some water yet for coffee. I just fed the critter. We'll take you back there. You can see inside here a little bit better now. There's I don't know, maybe 20 inches of space there. You can just slip in to have a good rest. Beautiful sunrise coming up this morning. Looks good. Looks like my camera's a little fuzzy. I don't know what's going on there, but so here we got everybody's healthy and happy. I just chored. And watching the baby go prance up in the front there. Maybe you can see up in there. But anyway, they have a lot more room than it looks like. Somebody commented yesterday that it looked pretty tight in there. But there's piles of room. They have more room than the cow does. The cow, if anything's a little bit tight, but she's got enough room to stand up and lay down. And even turn around. She's turned around a couple of times already. So, lots of room. Alright, we will head off shortly. Since I changed the tires, I want to find an airline and just make sure I got proper tire pressure in the backs there. And then we'll be off onto the road. Right, we're a little farther into our travels. Stopped for fuel again. Didn't need to, but between Kenora and Thunder Bay, it's pretty limited. Well, anywhere up here is pretty limited service as far as fuel is concerned. So, I just thought we'd be better off just to get it when you can, because you never know. There's also seems like a lot more places closed than used to be. Maybe that's a seasonal thing. I know one of my favorite gas stations in Kenora was not open when we went by it, but maybe that could be just that they cater to tourists in the summer or something. I don't know. Anyway, the sun is just starting to peek out. It's been really cloudy this morning. Listening to the weather on the radio says it's kind of cloudy everywhere, so I guess we're lucky to see some sun then. Now, this is one reason why we left Northern Ontario, actually, is because of the cloudiness, and why we miss the prairies so much, because it's always sunny over there, seems like, and blue sky. But you know what? There's ups and downs everywhere, no matter where you go, and we've had the opportunity to live in many parts of this country. There's goods and bads everywhere, and you just gotta roll with that. So I'd rather have an area with a stronger economy and more opportunities for homesteading and things like that, and a little bit of cloud, than have a pile of sunshine and no way of making a living. So yeah, we are out and about 2 hours from Thunder Bay, and it's going good so far. I did hear back one of the people, and I thought that was just quite something. One of the people that I had contacted yesterday in Dryden last night about a tire, texted me this morning wondering how I made out and if we were good and if everything was well, and I just thought that really shows real kindness on that individual's part, that we were still on their mind this morning, that they care that much that they would check in to see how we're doing. So I told them that we made out real well, and we found that spare tire in the back of this other guy's truck, and he let us take it for free even. So yeah, it's just been a real blessing, and I like that. When you go across this country, there is good people everywhere. And unfortunately, quite often when you turn on the TV, or we don't have one, but when we did, the news shows you the bad people, shows you people that are, you know, I guess bad news makes news. That's just the way it works. But there's good people out there, and I think we should all hang on to that. That the world is not all bad. There's still really kind, generous, loving, caring people out in this world, and we should all do our part to be one of those kind of people, to spread that love. And yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. With this tire here, it's still on my mind this morning. The guy was so kind to do that for us. I'm going to spread that. I'm going to pass that along to the next individual, and that's a real blessing. Look at that sunshine on my face. Oh, love it.
Good morning, everyone. We just finished breakfast here, and I have a few of the little ones still sitting, eating. Say hi.
Hi.
And another one over here at the desk. Say hi.
Hi.
Anyway, I sent the others out to play, actually, and we've been busy working so much these last few weeks that I told them that today they could have the day off. There's absolutely no working, and they looked at me like I was crazy. So they've been in and out of the house about 4 times, not knowing what to do with themselves, and so finally they decided they were going to take a walk through the bush, and I'm sure they'll be back shortly.
Aha! I got it out on time this time. Magnificent. Very close to Thunder Bay now. We'll be taking the truckers bypass around Thunder Bay shortly, but yeah, finally got the camera out on time. Sorry if I'm not pointing in the right direction. I am trying to keep her on the road here, and she's a little bouncy, but beautiful. How could you ever get enough of this? Stunning. Maybe when all this COVID nonsense is over, maybe I should come out here for a camping trip sometime with the family. I'm sure there's some really pristine places to camp for a week. Alright, we just left Thunder Bay. Filled up the fuel again. There is part of the Great Lakes system. There's some massive grain terminals. There's Terry Fox Scenic Lookout. That's coming up on our left, right up here on this hill. I don't know if you can get that in the frame. There's a statue of Terry Fox up there, there's a memorial for him. And a beautiful Great Lakes. I do a lot of shipping here. This is the first grain terminal coming from the west to do with the Great Lakes. So you can bring your grain here from the west into the terminal here in Thunder Bay and ship it to the ocean or anywhere else the Great Lakes network is connected to. So this area was definitely a contender as well. We liked it here. It's got the rocks, trees, water, good climate. Thunder Bay is a decent sized city there to sell stuff to. It was on our thought list as well, and we did look around on MLS as far as properties in this area, but it did not make number one.
I was like, 1, 2. Duck, and duck. Not ready yet.
It's kind of a interesting bridge here too that we have to cross now. This is just outside Nipigon. There's some beautiful scenic spots here and lookouts and stuff too. Right along the water on this side and the other side. Can't see the other side. Maybe when I cross the bridge we can. That's what it looks like out there. This bridge is phenomenal. Great big steel cables holding this thing together. It's kind of neat. So normally speaking, I would turn left here and go the northern route through northern Ontario to through Cochrane. It's a lot smoother and through the bush. This time actually we're going to take the southern route, which is way more rocky and up and down. It's going to cost a lot more fuel. Reason being, I'd like to go through the area where we used to farm during the daytime. Multiple reasons. Our son lives there and I'd like to see him and some friends, and just I'd like to show my friend that we're driving with here, or that I'm driving with, I'd like to show him our area as well. So kind of hard to do that in the dark, and we're projected to roll through there like 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight, so basically everybody will be sleeping. So I figured we'll go through this southern way through northern Ontario, so Sault Ste. Marie, Sudbury, that neck of the woods. It's stunning, beautiful, up and down rocks. We've only been through there once that I can remember, but anyway, we'll catch that now through the daylight, the nicest part of it, and then on our return trip I'll come back up through the northern way and show Corey where we used to farm, and then visit Ben and stuff. So that's kind of the plan. So it's just going to take a little bit more fuel going now to because we are fully loaded going up and down these hills, but we'll try to enjoy the scenery. When I drive through areas like this, I just can't help either humming or singing that song, How Great Is Our God. And no, I'm not going to sing it for you right now. But just, oh, he made this, he formed this, and it was effortless for him. And we get to enjoy it if we choose to. We have to open our eyes and see this beauty and this wonder. Alright? We cannot even begin to comprehend how it's possible to form all of this out of nothing. That is the God that I serve. Hopefully you do too. It's beautiful. It's stunning. Take the time. Now everybody's boarded up at home and they can't go anywhere, so you got no excuse. You got all the time in the world now to just reflect on the wonders that God has made for us. Beautiful.
Wow, it sure warmed up this morning. I looked out the window and it was quite cold and cloudy, and the sun's shining now and it's above zero. The snow is I just can't get over how quickly it's melting now. It's definitely that spring wind that's blowing in. The long-awaited spring has arrived. It's pretty exciting. If you go under these trees here, you can see the ground already, and that's just in 2 days. Like, there was probably a foot of snow here yesterday or the day before. It's crazy how fast it's melting now. Very nice. Hopefully it continues for the next few days. I was really kind of disappointed that so much snow has kept coming, because there's a few plants out and about that I was really hoping to dig up. I asked the gentleman that bought the place if I could take a few plants with, and he was more than willing to allow me to take them, but the snow just keeps coming, so I haven't been able to dig them up. So I'm hoping with this little bit of a warm spell that maybe the snow will melt enough that I can get them out of the ground and take them along with us, at least put them in pots anyway. Not sure what I'll do with them when we get somewhere, because we don't really have anywhere to go yet. Oh, the wind, I don't know whether you can hear it. It's such a lovely noise. This is the spring wind. I'm out here in no coat on, just long sleeves, but it's just beautiful. Now, I said in our other video there that those people were coming to get the rabbit cage, so they did come. They did pick it up. We can always make another one if we need to, so it worked out great. Like I said, there's just a few other things that need to be picked up. Those ducks and a few, I think there's a dresser in the house and a desk that I also sold. Somebody's supposed to come and get them. Then we have, there's a few pieces of furniture in the shop. So the people that actually bought the property, they bought a few pieces of furniture as well. So we're just going to leave them here when we go. So that was kind of convenient. And yeah, things are just coming together, and we're happy about that. And hopefully Aaron gets home safely, and then we can all start on the next trip as a family together.